While in Dugansville celebrating the sacrifice and preparing and celebrating the turning over of the speaker's sigil, a horde of zombies led by a cold light walker has attacked the town. Speaker Istvan has promised 1 silver per head, or about $10 per head, and the party found themselves geared up and outside in the brisk cold. One thing of note before we begin combat in earnest: Legato has an advantage on initiative because Mars helpfully asked me if the cold weather gear that the party wears inhibits spell casting. I've decided that it does not, but because Mars went out of his way to do the teacher, have we turned, what about the homework you were supposed to collect today? I've given him an initiative. Likewise, the party has entered into a deal with Istvan, the details of which I will go over at a later point. We will now begin combat in earnest as I ask everyone to roll initiative.
I get to do the thing. Disadvantage -1.
Yeah.
I love how I get to see everybody's dice on the fucking screen.
That was all the kobolds. That was all the monsters.
I loved that so much. I was not
was
sure
really
how that
fun.
was going to play out, but I loved
That was
that.
so cute. Just seeing all the monsters appear.
My screen was briefly totally blocked out.
It was so fun. It was so
I just
cute.
saw the wave of D20s and I was like, Jesus Christ.
That's gonna be really satisfying when somebody rolls like a high dice count spell, like
Oh
Fireball
my
or something.
god.
Yeah.
I want to get Cobalt in an
Fireball.
encounter just to see the dice go.
The taxes.
Cobalt Jeremina encounter where it's just dice.
Bring it. I'm down for the 1v1.
All right. Speaker Istvan has beat you all outside as you all like swarm up out of the stairs and out of the house and out into the brisk cold. Of note is this is about the brightest time of day that you've seen. It's still very dark. Thankfully, some of the houses are lit, and the warmth from their torches, candles, are Chartolin field lights brighten most of the area. In front of you is the platform. And likewise in front of you are 2 separate groups of kobolds. Now, have any of you seen a kobold before? A living one, a normal one, a normal one.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
No.
A kobold is a very small creature with draconic features. They kind of have this impish, scampy charm. These kobolds, however, feature obvious fatal wounds, gaping holes throughout their chest, limbs missing, jaws distorted and out of place. A few of them are still sporting the injuries that put them to the ground. Arrows, a dagger from a rogue that was just left there. There is no smell. And we are going to start off with this little boy.
I like that. Shows which one you're working with.
The turn indicator's nice, yeah.
Okay. This kobold is going to move up to Speaker Ishtvan and attack him. And with a 17 to hit, he actually misses. You see the kobold zombie approach Speaker Ishtvan and drive this lance, this javelin forward, and it just kind of catches in the furs and the leathers of Speaker Ishtvan's adornments. The next kobold will approach and begin to navigate his way over. He doesn't seem too concerned with getting anywhere in a hurry. Surf, it's your
My bad.
turn.
Hey, Surf looks out of her depth here. She is like taking everything in as much as she can, and is not doing much for her. And Riptide would know immediately that Surf has never really been in a fight before. She's like not like a life and death one. Like it's always been like sparring or like, you know, like a little cat fight between the siblings, but never an actual fight. And so she looks out for depth, but she will pull out from like her collection of stuff what looks almost like a oversized bubble wand, her arcane focus, her rod, and will sweep it through the air, and green bubbles will form out of it, and they push forward in the beeline to this collection of kobolds right here as she casts Acid Splash.
Ooh.
And they have to make a DC 13 Dexterity saving throw.
Nice. Ooh. All right.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead and roll me damage.
3 points of damage!
Woo!
Uh,
God,
I
Foundry
only
fucking rocks.
This is fucking hot, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it hits them and she's like, immediately like,
All right.
but yeah, that would be her turn.
parts of the kobolds begin to dissipate. The acid bubbling along their skin, eating through the scales, their leathery skin. They come off in layers. Legato.
Okay, I've been debating on what to do. Okay, let me see something. So the group that's over on this side here, on the, yeah, in this area. Oh, that's actually, oh, that's so cool. This area over here.
Right, right.
Uh-huh.
They haven't taken any damage or anything.
Nope.
Okay. So Legato's gonna, let me double check this. The range on 30 foot. Okay, so he'd have to move up here, which isn't that. So he's gonna move there. Whoa! Foundry's pretty sick, guys. He's gonna cast Rime's Binding Ice.
Ooh.
Cast spell.
All right. Each creature in that area. Okay.
Oh, if I need to move up one more, I can do that. But I already said I moved there, so I won't.
I think it's fine if you need to. Do you still have movement? Yeah, you have one square of movement left. So that's more than fair because you haven't committed to your turn.
Yeah. All right. So then he's gonna. So essentially, what happens is he like sinks his claws into the snow, and then you just see like it start to essentially crystallize around his claws, and then he rips them out, and it just kind of almost like spike growth, but it just goes like a sheet of ice just slowly rips up like a wave.
Nice.
Fuck yes.
Go ahead and roll me damage.
It would be great if you didn't do it that way. Oh, you're just gonna sit there. Damage. Damn. So that's 5, and then any one of them that failed the saving throw are now stuck.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, let me read it. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by ice formations for 1 minute or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and isn't trapped in ice.
Okay, and the effect is hindered.
Yeah, a creature hindered by the ice has its speed reduced to 0.
Okay.
I wish it would have let me rotate this template.
You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
That's the end of his turn.
All right. He's going to spend his
Legato
action.
casts Rime Binding Ice.
He is going to spend his action getting free. On initiative count 10.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
From behind, and in Riptide's case, from the side, Amelia Hilda will come out of the house wielding a long bayoneted musket. She doesn't have on her cold weather gear, and she slides in right next to you, drops to her knees, then rolls onto her back, and you see her cross her legs over each other, balancing the musket along the cross of her legs. And she's going to take aim with the musket and squeeze down, aiming at the kobold threatening Ishtvan, and will fire. And that will miss wildly. The heavy lead ball just kind of landing limply somewhere around Legato. The flash of gunpowder coating a little bit some of your trouser leg, but just blanketing Amelia Hilda. But she'll roll over with the musket and crawl back inside. When she does, you hear her call out, "Reload!"
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Okay, these guys, they are not very smart. They're just coming up. He is not bound. He's going to get in close to here and jab at you, Legato.
How dare.
Will a Bastard 20 hit?
I think so. Pretty sure.
All right.
4 damage.
Already applied, or should have applied to you.
It did. Oh, that's really
Nice.
cool.
I love that.
I didn't even have to do anything.
Speaking of you, Riptide, now covered with a little bit of gunpowder and your ears. Riptide, you've definitely been around a gun. You've definitely shot a gun. Something of note here is that a musket is particularly known for its loud crack. While it was still a deafening, unmistakable sound, the snow seems to be kind of buffeting and naturally absorbing a lot of that sound. It didn't hurt your ears as much as it could have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's your turn.
He's gonna look down and go, "Could you not have waited till I moved?" And he's gonna pull out his 2 swords, his short sword and scimitar, both custom made in Waterdeep. Walk by his sister and go, "Not a bad shot." And he's going to, I don't know which button makes me move my character. Which one of these things lets me move my character?
Arrow keys.
Nah. Nah. And he's going to tilt his head down and go take a peek, and you'll see Solana's head peek out from his shirt. And as he goes to make a strike, her reaction is going to grant this weapon 1d6 fire if it lands.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Which
18.
one are you hitting, my love?
It's going to be the one that's already... no, the one that doesn't have damage. The one that's to the right, I assume? The one that's full health?
Okay. All right.
Damage... 6, and then... I know I have her sheet, but I don't know if it's rollable.
It's just a 1d4.
It's a 1d6.
Okay, then roll. Just do damage. Oh yeah, perfect.
It was actually part. Yeah, it was part of it.
Ah.
So 2d6 fire. So 2 points of fire, 6 points of slashing damage. And because he has a short sword and a scimitar, as a bonus action, he's gonna swing the short sword as well. Actually, how bad does the right one look after that?
Uh, uh, half, a little bit above half,
He'll take
which
this.
is
He'll take this.
to say
Go ahead.
a little bit of half of it remains.
Okay. He'll do the short sword. Is there a way to set it to offhand? There we go. Jesus, thing just flies out from the fucking side. 17 to hit.
17 hits.
All right.